details in the description. It's your boy Shyne. About to get these news stories of the day. All right. Beats by my boy Terrific. Find him on Instagram, YouTube. Find him everywhere. Check him out. Welcome everybody to the latest episode of Real Spill with Shyne Shin. Today is May 19, 2022. Wow. It's a beautiful, what the day go to Thursday. Boy, we almost at the weekend, but these children got me running so ragged, man. We talking about field days, we talking about school trips, we talking about band concerts, we talking about awards day. Like, but at the end of the year thing, boy. But and then, man, I think they trying to make some of that 2020 money back. Man, I think they mad about that year they ain't getting no money because everybody was at home and everything, though. They trying to get some of that money back this year. School ain't never been this expensive, man. Oh, man, now that I got it out of the way, we're going to do the same thing that we do every day. Go ahead and break down the news stories of the day that affect your world tomorrow. First thing we got going up today, man, is what's the Buffalo shooting say about Black America's fraught relationship with guns? Now, I want to talk about this one bad because when I saw this story yesterday evening, right, and I knew that I wanted to talk about it today. I'm so excited to talk about it. I don't forgot to tell y'all to like, make sure you follow, hit the subscribe button, and man, do your boy a favor, make sure you hit that bell, man. Where my bell at? There you go, hit that bell, man, so you can go ahead and get a notification every time I drop a brand new video. Now, this story comes out of the Time magazine. It says the Buffalo community in upstate New York is still mourning the senseless massacre that occurred on May 15th when a gunman entered a local grocery store and killed 10 people in a racially motivated attack. Okay, everybody who's watching this show and everybody out there in the world pretty much know what we're talking about. The 18-year-old kid went into the grocery store, started shooting. He had an AR-15, had the racial epithets just inscribed on it, you know. Right. Everybody know the details of that. And if you don't know the details of it, please look back on my last video and the video before that. And it's more broke down into the details of what that went on. Now, on Tuesday, President Joe Biden traveled to the city and condemned the incident as violence inflicted in the service of hate. I always use all these goddamn all this roundabout phrases, man. You ain't gotta say all that, man. You know, say he killed because his heart was full of hate. No, why everybody feel like they gotta talk like they Shakespeare when they over here giving speech? Break it down for the people. Right. You supposed to be here to serve the people. Why you talking above the people intelligence level? Right. You know, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you supposed to be the president for all people. You need to be able to speak to the level of every American out there. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. You got one people on doing sign language. Man. Yeah, man. Man, some of them sign language people be tripping me out. But like, you remember that time that woman was up there doing the sign language and she didn't even know how to do sign language. She was just up there doing shit. I think she was down there. It was a police press conference in Florida, I think. Man, she was doing all kind of shit, man. We gonna keep moving on with this story because this story is real deal to me. The burden of America's long love affair with guns disproportionately affects the Black community and has done so since the Second Amendment was written into law. Carol Anderson is an African American studies professor at Emory University and the author of the second Race and Guns in a Fatally Unequal America, which explores the history of the Second Amendment and how it has kept the Black population helpless and at a higher risk of gun violence, especially at the hands of white supremacists. Okay, now they asked her, they said, your book explores how the Second Amendment has historically had a negative impact on the Black population. Right. How does the mass shooting in Buffalo fit into that? She said it fits because of the framing of who Black people are. The shooter believes in the replacement theory, the one that's been spewed by Tucker Carlson and Elise Stefanik, about the ways that black people are a threat to the white community.
Right.
Think they're going to be taken over, that black people are dangerous and that they have to be removed. They have to be compelled to leave. That was so much of the genesis of the Second Amendment, that black people are a threat, that they are dangerous, that they will pose ill wills upon whites, particularly slave holding whites. You see, that's I guess I hadn't put much thought into it, man. But it goes on to say the founding fathers made sure the Constitution had an amendment that provided the right for a well-regulated militia. In early America, that militia was really about controlling the enslaved population and putting down slave revolts. That's what they were afraid of. Without the militia and without their guns, they felt they would be left defenseless, which they would.
Yeah.
You understand? And you know, everybody them had to read the amendments of the Constitution, man. And when every time I read well-regulated militia, I didn't never put into my brain that that was to stop the slaves from getting away. Like that ain't how my brain interpreted that. I thought about militias as the same way they are now, like. But most of them now, they on the fringe of being racist and not racist. Like you never really know. Most of them got at least a member or two that's fully racist. That might not be their whole creed and code, what they stand for. But just because we don't put it in the bylaw don't mean it ain't a byproduct.
Right.
You know. Now, when you hear the killing in Buffalo talking about they're trying to take over and we got to create a terror that will make them want to leave, that's rooted in American history. The slave holders didn't want black folks to leave because they needed somebody to do the work. What they wanted was a docile, compliant, controlled black population. And and I mean, man, for the most part, that's what they got. If you ask me, you don't hear of crimes of black people against white people. Black people in white neighborhoods pretty much hold themselves together pretty dignified.
Right.
It's again, it's when we look in the mirror the thing that we don't like, because we don't like people that look just like us. We we engage in violence against people who look just like us, man.
Right.
I forgot the guy that I heard speak, man, but it was a guy on YouTube speaking, and he was saying that gang violence is psychological warfare. So what most people do is they get in a car and they ride to the other side looking for the nigga that look just like them on the other side of town, and that's who they go out. Really, you're killing yourself over and over again. You got so much trauma and shit beat dying into you, man. But the trauma that Black America have to go through, man, is real.
Right.
It's real, and until that get addressed, man, all this other stuff ain't gonna really mean nothing. And again, none of this stuff gets addressed because we don't have people writing bills to get it addressed. We got people writing cardboard signs. That shit don't make it to the president. No, we gotta do better. Um, what's the correlation? Y'all hold on. Let me see some, y'all. Give me a minute. They go hand together like love and marriage. We also saw it in the insurrection on January the 6th, because here you had black folks voting despite the pandemic because they knew the democracy was on the line. And because they did not vote for a white supremacist, but in fact voted for that white supremacist out of power, you have this uprising spurred by Trump and company identifying the sources of the threat, the sources of the steal. I don't know, man. You know, it's, and I ain't saying that ain't how they feel or whatever, but if that's how they feel, then like I said the other day, black people ain't even the biggest minority no more. So if anybody is swinging elections, you would have to think it'd be the Hispanic community. You understand me? Like I don't even think that the power that we once had is where it's at no more. Because the numbers that we had ain't there no more. Most of our numbers, I ain't gonna say most, but a good bit of our numbers can't even vote no more because they got felonies or they in prison still right now or whatever the situation is, but they vote really ain't gonna count, you know. So as far as the number of African Americans that really able to vote and everything, I don't really think that we able to swing it that much, you know. And shit, man, I just don't. A, a lot of times they just be spewing this same old shit to us, man. You know, I don't know if these people mad. Like we done had a lot of elections in our lifetime, man. Donald Trump, though, to me, if you take away everything else, if you take away all the voices, all the speeches, all the rallies, and you just go around policy, I don't think it was that bad. I mean, if I look back on my time, I was doing pretty straight. Right. You know, that me personally. Biden came in office. I saw some shit. We're gonna talk about that later. I ain't gonna even speak on it right now. But people saying that it ain't Joe Biden's fault because stuff high right now. But if Trump was in office, it would be Trump's fault the shit was high. When nobody have a problem putting it on Trump's fault that shit was high. You know what I'm saying? But we can't put it on him that stuff was low. You know, I mean, if we gonna be right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, anybody that expect a 70 to 80-year-old white man to be the most politically correct guy in the room, like where you been living at? You know, you expect a 70 to 80-year-old white guy to be politically correct all the time. Man, you got to let your expectations down on people. Some of y'all got too high of expectations out of people. These are people. These ain't gods or nothing like that. These are people. People do shit. People got people got opinions that ain't everybody opinion. Everybody got something that they feel a certain way about that ain't the same way that everybody else feel about it. Everybody got something. You know, you put all this trust in people, man. Then you got to put the trust in you. That's what's gonna get you out of your situation. Not voting for the right person. You getting off your ass and doing something is what's gonna get you out your situation. I don't give a damn if it's a Republican in office, a Democrat in office, a Libertarian in office. I don't care who in office. If you sitting on your ass not doing nothing, you ain't gonna get nothing. If you keep doing the same shit you done did for the last 20 years, you're gonna keep being in the same position you've been in for the same 20 years. You do something different occurs. It ain't got shit to do with who gonna get elected for president. It ain't got nothing to do with who's secretary of the state. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It got to do with you getting off your ass. Now, as far as the bigger problems, as far as racial divides and housing and economics and all that stuff, we have the tools. Right. It's just to use them. We got the tools to switch all that. Stop asking people to let you in their shit and make your own shit. This is a big ass country, man. There's enough room and enough people for everybody to get their own whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if your shit better than the other person, get what? You gonna ride to the top. But if it ain't, then you won't. Some people made to be workers. Some people made to be bosses. Everybody ain't supposed to be no damn boss. A lot of y'all wouldn't know how to go to work if wasn't nobody making. If you ain't have to go clock in and actually go do something, you'll lay your ass all day long. Let's move to the next story we got going. I just thought that was pretty interesting. Let's see here. My next story. Oh man. Left leveling fantasy charges in response to Buffalo shooting because they're all out of options. This is an opinion piece from Lexi Steele, I think it was. I don't know what the first name is. It's Shelby Steele. Shelby Steele. Um, and what they're saying, see, I like to read opinion pieces from everybody because I like to know how everybody thinking about stuff. Right. You know, and a lot of the people on the left side of the situation feel like Democrats be waiting on shit like that to happen in Buffalo to happen. so they can jump on it and pull the racism card out and try to win the election real quick. They say, I'm not saying this is to be a fact. I'm not saying I even believe this, but they're saying that Democrats will go very far to have an act like this happen so that they can turn the racism card on and start winning the election. You know, I think this dude him just like to some and shit. They gotta continue to put these images in front of you to get that same reaction up out of you, so you'll keep scrolling. So our brain been inundated with so much, man. The images we done seen since social media came to pass, man. Before social media came to pass, I had never seen a black guy be killed by the police. I had never seen it before that. Before Facebook, right, I had never seen it. I done seen it with my own eyes now, bro. I done seen it. Yeah. This ain't nothing that I done heard by none of that shit. I done seen it now, bro. You know, and that's an image that's in your brain forever. You can't get rid of that. But fact of the matter is, man, they are making a lot of money off of your trauma. Cause while you looking at it, advertisers still rolling through. Now, you'll notice, I ain't never seen a video of a white guy getting killed on Facebook. Not by the police, not by a normal citizen, not by nobody. I have never seen a white guy get killed on Facebook. Never. Have you? So why is it okay? Now I've seen some Middle Eastern people get the heads chopped off and stuff. I've seen all that, you know. But as far as Americans, why is it okay for us to be this? Why is it okay for you to kill 10 niggas on a song? You can't kill 10 white farmers in a song. You can't kill 10 Chinese businessmen in a song. But you can kill 10 niggas and glorify it on a song. Why? What made it okay for you to be able to talk about it that way and it to be okay? You turn to them pop stations, man, it ain't like that. It ain't like that, man. It's our kids that's being brought up in this hate everybody shit. It's our kids that's being raised like that, man. And it ain't it you can do everything you can to try to raise them different, but the music gonna get to them. The culture of being black, it's got so many negative connotations in it, bro. When it used to be such positivity. You know, it used to be nothing but positivity, but it's so much negative shit in our culture now, man. I just, I'm scrolling through TikTok, man. I'm scrolling. I ain't never heard a Quando Rondo song in my life. No. And I mean, ain't nothing against him, know what I'm saying? I swear to God, it ain't nothing against him, but I personally had never heard a Quando Rondo song in my life. Right. I'm scrolling. This I see this caption. Quando Rondo really killed this one. I'm like, okay, let me listen. This nigga singing. Like, dude, if you singing, why you singing to niggas? These I'm talking about, and I'm sure he ain't the only artist, but these niggas are singing to niggas. I will kill you. Oh, what? Man, come on, man. That's auto tune fucked the game all the way up. Yeah, and ain't like artists ain't been had auto tune. Tupac had access to auto tune. You know what I'm saying? But that just ain't it ain't the thing. It wasn't the thing, rather. But man, if you gonna sing, man, sing to these women. What make you a bitch to be singing to these women, man? Like, man, singing to niggas is singing to me. It's got the same two outcomes to being a gangster. You going to jail or you getting killed. Cause that's what happens to all these rappers nowadays. It seems like every rapper either going to jail or they getting killed. So why not take that talent and go sing to these women that just get a whole bunch of pussy? Exactly. I mean, man. Get more money too. Everybody will start listening to you. Everybody ain't gotta be tough. I don't know what made Menace to Society and Boys in the Hood started that shit, man. Where every black man thought they had to be old dog or dope boy. you know. And we done raised another generation of these kids that don't even know nothing about that. But they just know they bold to be tough. Man, that tough shit gonna find you laid up with a nigga at night. Either on top of you, beside you, somewhere. Better hope he ain't in the same bunk with you. But that what that tough shit get you. Where they move it, boy, the ring of Tupac, and everybody put a razor blade in their mouth. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Monkey see, monkey do, man. And the movies right there shaped our generation, and we kept continuing. We gotta stop giving our money to the detriment of us. You know, all this music about killing. Every time a song say kill a nigga and talk, that could be somebody in your family. You know what I'm saying? Cause trust and believe, they ain't talking about killing nobody that don't look like nobody in your family. So man, why how could you glorify that? My music back in my day, they were talking about getting money. Right. Pimp C, UGK, them boy didn't kill nobody hardly ever on their songs. You know what I'm saying? And they put out a lot of albums. And they ain't talking about killing nobody. You can do it without that, man. You can put some positive energy into your shit, man. We ain't got to be out here, especially man, like everybody. They got a whole genre called drill music just about niggas killing niggas. Come on, man. They done took it past gangster rap. This a whole nother thing now. That drill rap stuff, but you got to really be doing it if you rapping about it, which is crazy. It's a reason why our rappers wasn't really gang bangers. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit get you sent to prison. You can't talk about that stuff on no album. I'm gonna move on, man. The show going kind of long, man. A Maryland woman was arrested at the airport returning from El Salvador on murder charges over her then boyfriend at a 2021 shooting death. Yeah, man, Miss Norma Rivas Villacorta. She got a lot of names. She's 23 years old. She accused of one count each of murder in the first degree and murder in the second degree over the May 22nd shooting death of 20-year-old Kayshawn Daly. She shot him. She hopped on a plane, took off. I don't know what made her think it was good to come back now. Told her the check was ready. Yeah. Yeah, man. She gone. She gone. Anybody want to check out, put some money on her book. She up there in DC. I think she in Virginia right now. Y'all go ahead and help her out. Now, Whoopi Goldberg said the gas prices aren't bad because of anything Joe Biden did, and the baby formula shortage ain't got nothing to do with Joe Biden. So I want to ask Whoopi, first of all, who the fuck voted for Whoopi to be the voice of Black America? I missed the vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoopee. Nah, me and you kind of in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? I can't be the voice of Black America because I'm sleeping with a white woman. And we know you let Ted Danson put on blackface and you thought that shit was funny. You understand? I mean, we remember that whoopee. You understand? Like, you ain't that far removed from that whoopee. But it seems like whoopee job now in the media is to tell black folk to chill out. Yeah, you know, they don't win. They like to took her money from her, you know, when they suspended her because she said that stuff about them Jews not too long ago. And they had suspended her and showed her like, shit, you don't think we can replace you? So now we gonna need you to follow the script. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, black people in America ought to know. Once we see you done got suspended and you come back, if they don't suspend you, then fire you. We know that you told them folks you gonna do what they you gonna straighten up. You gonna straighten up, do whatever. Yeah, man. Like they ain't let you come back and you still had that same revolutionary tone. You know what I'm saying? There I go with that. Let me stop. But yeah, Whoopi saying none of this stuff Joe Biden fault. I say, whoever fault it is, who keeps sending all my money to Ukraine? You know, who doing that? You know, if the first payment to Ukraine, okay, cool. But man, we gotta keep sending these folks a check like they out chilling. We paying child support to Ukraine at that point, man, and they child support expensive. Man, and then it just kept coming, man. It just kept coming. My thing is, we need to take care of home first. We got so much stuff messed up here. I ain't, you know, I'm trying to see the bridges that we working on. We supposed to been working on this infrastructure, getting it right. That's what I thought we supposed to be doing. But now, cause they got a problem, I think we didn't switch courses. But we still got a problem, man. If my neighbor pipes bust, I can't get him no money for that because I need my air conditioner. You know what I'm saying? Now, if everything in my house is working good and I ain't got no issues and everything, and my neighbor need a helping hand and I got it, sure, I happen. But how I'm gonna help you when my house fucked up? When I goddamn need to do some painting around the house, I need to goddamn put some more stuff down. Like how I'm gonna come help you quick like it ain't nothing. Hey man, y'all need it, just holler at 'em. Big money grip. Man. Now Wisconsin man got 10 years in prison for a racist acid attack. A judge sentenced a white Wisconsin man to a decade in prison Wednesday for throwing acid in a Latino man's face in a racist attack at a Milwaukee bus stop. Oh man, they told 64-year-old Clifton Blackwell that he acted with hate when he threw the acid on Mahood Villa. Yeah, man. She said he wasn't provoked and that his behavior was diabolical. Man, they had a little altercation, man. The man walked away when the man came back, threw the acid in the face. But it say he still can't see out one of his eyes and shit. Like, man, I can't imagine shit like that, dog. I'm just chilling. Might have a see. That's why I don't agree. I don't have disagreements with nobody I don't know. Like if I don't know you, I'm not finna let you pull me into your negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can say whatever. I'm look at you and go on about my business, man. You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? I done seen people get mad at people about your mama jokes and shit like that, but people don't even know they mom. Niggas be online, man, going, no, this guy don't know nothing about you. But you gonna let him get up under your skin because of something he said about you. Man, people so weak, man. The emotion's so fragile right now. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. I said, man. We both been fucked up that day. 'Cause if I could have, I got to reach out and grab you, put my hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Boy, that man left. I seen him coming back. I'm strapped up. Now I'm ready. Yeah, ready yeah. You come back, man. I'm already on point. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because although we don't had our disagreement, I'm watching you from that point on. Yeah. Facebook checks for $397 hit Illinois bank accounts. In the state of Illinois, they got some pretty strict privacy laws. And they say that Facebook had been getting scans of their faces without telling people that they were doing it. And the reason I got a hold of this story is that I felt like if they did it to people from Illinois, they probably did it to everybody, but Illinois the only place they got a law that restricts that kind of thing. Right. And so they had to pay them people $397. Damn near everybody in Illinois that was on Facebook. Now, I don't think I don't think that they ought to be able to just scan your face and get that kind of information and all that kind of shit. Like it's a man, it's it's crazy what Facebook been allowed to do. You know what I'm saying? And now man that they able to use Facebook to lock you up and put you away. Shit, man. I don't see no purpose in it if you ain't somebody selling something. If you ain't somebody selling something online and you got a legitimate business and you doing something, I don't see the point of you being on Facebook. Y'all need to get rid of that. Just cause you man, you something you won't even think is something. It end up being a charge for you because it's on Facebook now. Yeah. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like I don't man. And then with the way they use conspiracy, they ain't got to catch you with nothing. They ain't got to catch you with nothing, man. They can just say you was trying to do something, you wanted to do something, woo de woo. They ain't got to actually catch you doing nothing, man. And they playing the game and ain't even found no more, bro. Like you used to have to actually commit a crime and get caught committing a crime to go to prison. But now, man, all you gotta do is been and thought about committing a crime, and they can hit you with conspiracy. Like I thought was supposed to be free. You know what I'm saying? My thoughts supposed to be free, man. Like, and they keep telling you you live in a free nation, but tell me if it is, bro. You can get locked up for your thoughts now. That shit a good slogan. That shit, that shit a good slogan, man. But man, I'm telling you, dog, man, they mess around, and let me get my money right. They gonna see something. You know what I'm saying? They gonna see something. I'm gonna get ghost on them, man. I'm gonna get ghost on them, bro. I'm talking about for real again, man. I ran across this story. Vicky White, Casey White paid homeless sex offender $100 to book Indiana hotel during manhunt. When we knew that they had booked the room themselves, this is my question though. Let's say Vicky White and Casey White named Vicky Black and Casey Black. Let's just say that's their name. They both two African Americans on the run. They run across this homeless African American who happens to be a sex offender. They give him $100 to book the room. You think that homeless guy get $100? Do you think he gets arrested, or do they just question him and let him go? I don't know the answer. If you, they called him an unwitting accomplice, so he's an accomplice. So it's just always interesting to wonder would a black guy have gotten that same kind of treatment? You know, I don't know. It just seemed like, you know, I don't like I said, I don't know for sure. You'll never know for sure how it would have went down. Cause, you know, do they just wreck the car if they black? Or do they shoot the car up if they black? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of questions behind that. If she hadn't shot herself, they would have brought them both in without no harm to her. They would have. She shot herself. If she hadn't shot herself, both of them offenders would have been brought in without no harm did to her. So the police saw her shoot herself. I think he told them that she shot herself. They was on the phone with 911, and you know how they do the trajectory and all that shit. Right. That with the autopsy, they can tell that she really shot herself, but he shot her. Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think she shot herself while she was on the phone with 911 or some shit. But if she hadn't did that, they both would be alive without no scratches on them today. You know, ready to go to court. We'll never know. It's just a question though. A man accused of murder is shot dead hours after being released on bond. This was over there in Macon right here, man. They let old boy out of jail that morning, I think. No, they let him out of jail that evening, and the next morning they found him outside their house shot up. Whoever he was accused of killing before, God damn, yeah. His friends think he did it, so yeah, that's an easy one right there. I was telling you the other day, man, it's just a dirty game out here. Think you playing with people trying to be out here be Billy Badass. You might kill one, but you can't kill them all, man. You can't kill them all. It's better to have peace, right? I wish we'd just stop, man. I wish we'd just stop, cause ain't none of us fighting over nothing. Ain't none of this shit that niggas be beefing about be more worth more than $1,000. I know it ain't never 10,000. It ain't nothing. In the grand scheme of things, your pride and your ego, we all in the way. And at the end of the day, man, we all the same. Ain't none of us got no reason to feel like we no better than that one of us. All of us in the same boat, rowing, trying to get the show, fam. All of us doing the same thing. A group of black students in Georgia that filed a federal discrimination lawsuit against the Floyd County School District. They suing the school because they got suspended for wearing their Black Lives Matter shirts. Now they only wore their Black Lives Matter shirt to school after the George Floyd incident when some white students came to school with the Confederate flags and all that shit. Now, then nothing happened to the white student that brought the Confederate flag to school, but then you're gonna suspend the black student for wearing the Black Lives Matter shirt. So I mean, as soon as that happens, man, you already know what the situation is. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's like that, that means that the people on the board feel the same way. You know, which is again, well, we got to do what we got to do. Get these positions, get in these positions, man. If you somebody that ain't got no record and you got kids in school or whatever, man, run for them offices. Get on them boards, man. Go to them meetings. Don't let them folks talk about you and your children like that without you being there. You know? But that's taking place in Georgia right now, man. Yeah, man. The next story we got today. Hold on one minute. The next story, man. They say a Russian politician who was caught trying to sneak into the United States at the U.S. Mexico border. Of course, he has been detained. He used to be a deputy in the parliament and the administrative center of the region in Russia's far east. Um, let's see. Russia State News know that he has been arrested. They don't know for what yet. Probably for illegal border crossing, though they say. Oh man. So what that mean when Russians trying to come in from down by Mexico? What that mean? I don't know. Maybe he supposed to got caught. So somebody else get slipped up. Yeah, it's always something that you got to think about. All right. To me it's just crazy though. It's crazy, man. And he sounded like he a good guy. I don't know, so I guess we'll find out sooner or later. In New York City last night, man, an EMT got shot by a patient in the back of the ambulance. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He trying to help, but it pulled out the strap. They say he was asking the patient a series of routine questions when he pulled out a 38 revolver. As they were traveling down Forest Avenue, the male brandished the firearm and fired one round, which struck the 25-year-old EMT in the shoulder. The driver pulled over, and the male fled out the back door. The suspect was quickly apprehended by a retired detective and an off-duty sanitation worker. Man, you were just gonna go to the hospital.
That's it. They got me charged and shit.
You done pulled out and shot a nigga. Hey man, Gutta, you got something to say to the people before we get out of here, man? We're gonna go ahead and knock this thing on out today, man. Yeah, man, y'all enjoy your Thursday, man. Don't forget to holler back at us again tomorrow. Don't forget to hit the like button, follow, subscribe. Make sure you hit that little bell one more time, man, so you get a notification whenever we drop another video, man. But check y'all tomorrow, man.